All right, hello everybody. It's Alexei himself here, and it's been like a decade since I've had a live stream before because I've been kind of on a pause from content creation. I hope YouTube algorithm will show this video to people because it will be kind of embarrassing just to have a monologue with my sexy Finnish accent here all by myself. So. Yeah, and with the dry Finnish humor, and of course, I will hope that you'll be able to get some value out of this. So this is like a traditional Q&A style. Let me see if people can actually find it here. We have 5 people, but please let me know in the chat if you're joining this live stream and where you also. Let me just try to right here. Okay, Primal Hunter. Okay, so it seems we are live. So Primal Hunter, first comment of the stream. Hi from Canada. You're my favorite Finnish YouTube. Okay, I think that's a nice title to have. So really nice to hear that I'm actually someone's favorite YouTube. So yeah, let me know in the chat where you're joining this. Like Primal from Canada, Moi from UK, Mark from Dorset, William is also here. Terve Alexi with the X. That's nice. Penguin Earth FG Music. Hello from Germany. Viele Grüße aus Finland nach Deutschland. Vielen Dank. Stefan, my brother. What's up, Alex? Currently in TNT. Will return to Finland in May. You'll always be my favorite Finnish. Really appreciate it. Nice. Good morning from Poland. It seems you've had a tough night if it's morning. Vampiras also here. Boy. I'm actually recognizing or remembering some of you, like from the nicknames on YouTube, even if it's been a while. Moro asun Malmilla. Okay, is it in Helsinki, Malmi, or you have lost weight? Have I? What do you think? Well, I don't know. I guess I have also gained some weight. They're from Vietnam. Okay, great. So. Kind of the basic stuff. There's a link in the description, the first link where you can submit questions. I have a Google sheet here where the questions will be sent to, and I will go them one by one because I think this is like a fair way to get your questions submitted, because sometimes there's so many comments going on that I may miss some questions and people get angry like, Alexi, perkele, why are you not reading my question? So let's just do it that way. Of course, I will have a look at the comments and of course try to highlight some freaking are the ads popping up? Okay, that's my fault because I turned on the ads and I need to make some money here for YouTube. I was a student in Aldo back in 2019, living in the US now, and boy, I miss Finnish girls. You got the taste there. I have an event tonight. They are screening my film, so I did the form just one. Okay, excellent. So let's just start going through the questions on the form. Yeah, let me see, where's the banner? I'll put it right there so you can see it. So the first question is from Philip from Russia. Oh, sorry, am I just reading the first line? Yeah, okay, so Philip from Russia, already living in Finland. Working, and the first thing that made Philip interested in Finland was the culture. And the question is, Moi, I have been following your page for a few years and appreciate the nuanced perspective. As a topic that's close to my heart, I'm curious about your views on the Russian-Finnish border situation. As a native Russian living in Finland, I value border security and protection from harmful Russian government influence through illegal migration. However, I feel that simply closing the borders is harmful to people who have the right to legally cross the borders, visit family, engage in some border business activity from both sides, etc. Also, I don't like the manner in which the current Finnish government de jure temporarily but de facto permanently closes the border, constantly announcing new closure periods each time. It seems politically driven rather than transparent and honest. Of course, in the context of the Russian war, okay, and I love to hear your perspective. Okay, so this is difficult because I don't really want to comment on political topics because I don't know anything about politics. So I usually like to talk about stuff that I actually know of rather than just kind of talk about some stuff, fluff, basically. So in case you don't know, Finnish government, I think it was today when they extended the closure between the Finnish and Russian border, because there have been like this illegal migration. So Russia has sent immigrants to Finland in big numbers. So, and the Finland kind of responded by closing the border, and now that's the thing. Like, is it a correct good thing or bad thing? I don't know. But of course, as a Finnish living in Finland, I don't want that they will keep pushing people to as burden. That just seemed to be the case, and I think the government has much more information than I do. I'm just a regular Finnish dude, so I guess that's just what I can mention about it. Yeah, just want to be like upfront and honest. I don't really know that much. Yeah, hopefully that gives at least some context. So the next question is from Allu. She's from Peru. Nice, moving to Finland within a year for studies. And the question is, can you tell more about school shooting? Yes, okay. It seems we're starting off with the negative. So unfortunately, there was a school shooting case in Finland like 2 days ago, and there was a 12-year-old child who shot at the school. Unfortunately, one pupil died. A few got injured. The perpetrator got already apprehended and stuff. But you can actually find very reliable news in English about Finland. It's called Yle News. I'll put it in the comments just a second. If you just Google put Yle News, you can actually find all the kind of most important news in English. So if you're interested in that stuff, maybe you can just go there and things like that. Very unfortunate, very exceptional event. Like such a young person did such a horrible thing. Next question is from Brody from Scotland. She's planning to move to Finland within 3 years for work, and Finnish culture and escaping from personal lifestyle stuff is the reason why Finland is interesting. And the question is, I have been trying to get a job for a long time in Helsinki, but I've been met with a lot of negativity and racism when I ask for help, sadly. A lot of employers will refuse non-Finnish citizens now, but you can't move without the residence permit. How do you get around this situation? Okay. Of course, first of all, I'm sorry that you faced such a negativity. So the main thing what I noticed here is I've been met with a lot of negativity and racism when I ask for help. Okay, so I think the main thing is that who are you asking the help from? Because I think that's the key point. Because if you go to Reddit, there's a subreddit in our Finland, and internet can be quite negative place. I don't know if that's the case, but it really depends who you ask the help from. And secondly, finding a job in Finland is difficult. Even for Finns, there's a lot of unemployed Finns out there, and so I mean, just to point, kind of give more info for the context. For example, I just before this stream, I was called like, hey, sorry, we decided not to proceed with you. So I've also met a lot of or got rejections, maybe not so much the negativity, but I think I would like to hear what's the, when asking for help, who is giving the negativity. Okay, I think we got some more info. Reddit and Facebook for people moving to Finland. Call me Leech. Yeah, okay. So internet is just toxic. Sorry to So by the way, I'm not saying to justify the negativity. Of course, that's a problem. But just saying that the people on Reddit and Facebook, people, especially Finns, I think it's like anywhere, like when you can hide behind like a account or a nick, people tend to be rude. So I would just, and one of the main advice I give, especially people who move to Finland and when dealing with Finns, is ignore the idiots. because in Finland we also got idiots, but we also got like cool people, nice people, helpful people. And the thing is that maybe you have just run into these idiots, and especially on internet you will run into these idiots. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So ignore the idiots. But about the job thing, it's really difficult. It really depends on your background, on what your skills are, what kind of things you can do, and of course the language is and kind of key element over here. Okay, yeah, let's move on to the next question from the sheets. So next is from Arya from Canada. Nice, moving to Finland within 3 years for studies, probably. The nature, the people, the culture, the way of life, Finnish way of life sound interesting. And the question is, are Eastern Finns considered more social than Western Finns? Okay, this is actually interesting. I have also heard this kind of stereotype or stereotype a few times, and I have actually experienced it. So some years ago, I spent the midsummer Juhannus in Kajaani, which is like quite in the east, or was it in Sotkamo? Well, basically somewhere in Kajaani, and we went to buy kind of the sausages and the steaks and some beer before the festivities, and we spent maybe 1 hour in the stores, and I remember we ended up in 3 social small talk situations in that time frame, and I was actually quite surprised, like, hey, what's going on? Are people actually so talkative here? So it could be a thing, but of course maybe it was just a pure chance, but it seems there could be some like a seed of truth, as we say in Finnish, out of that. But yeah, I think you just kind of have to go back and experience it yourself. Stefan says online platforms relating to Finland and Finnish people are totally different. Finns are overall honest, trustworthy, and helpful once you are polite and respectful. Yeah, I think that's a good point. Yeah, but on the internet it can be toxic. Elton is also here. Moi Alex, hope you're doing okay. Same to you. Vicky is also here. Moi Vicky, welcome back. Great. Let's pick the next question from the let me just scroll down a little bit from the form. So we have, let me just put the banner on. A guy cannot do many things at the same time. Questions from Mikko from Russia, moving to Finland within a year for studies. I used to go to Finland often when I also have friends in there. The question is, what about working in Finland, like a part-time job? Let me just wrap the text a little bit. For foreigners, it's hard to find one like with Finnish A2 or so. Okay. So I would say it's challenging. It also depends where. Like, let's say if you're in a capital area, of course you have a little bit more chances because there's more people, more businesses here. But I would say overall it's challenging, but I guess not impossible. And also depending on the type of work. But if you know like A2 Finnish, at least a little bit Finnish, it helps. Even a little bit of Finnish helps. So I just read an news article that in capital area, if you go to restaurants, we have to kind of get used to the fact that we may not get service in Finnish because the businesses there's like a lack of labor workforce, so they have to hire people who don't know Finnish, like waitresses and waiters and stuff. And I have also met that many times. Personally, I don't find it a problem because I can speak English, but of course that was like a huge discussion. Like some people said, like in Finland you have to get service in Finnish, which is a good point, but yeah. So yeah, I mean it really depends. I would say it's difficult, but if you just keep asking, building networks, even calling the places directly, even if there's not a listing, and you can say like, okay, I can do this and this and this and this and stuff. So it could work. I think people have also succeeded in that before. So, and of course, if someone has experience on this, please share it in the comments. But yeah, the better Finnish you can, the I would say it will definitely improve your chances. Then we have Hui Tri Tan in Thomas in brackets. Okay, let me use Thomas because I always mess up with this. I'm bad with names, especially from the Asia area. So Thomas from Vietnam, plan to move within 5 years for studies. Jyväskylä, mutta ehkä menen Rautalammi. Okay, interesting. I want to ask if living cost is tough for student and taxes also. Are there any part-time? Okay, so part-time stuff we already covered, but of course the costs are what it is. Luckily, the students have access to student housing by the student housing organizations, which have much cheaper rents. And of course, if you get a part-time job, you probably your total earnings won't be that much, so you also don't have to pay that much tax. I think if you earn around 16K per year, you don't pay any tax, or it's like close to zero. You only have to pay the pension payments, which is like 8%. But because we have progressive taxation, so I think it's around up to 16K, and until up to that, it's like close to zero. So you can definitely get some extra income with that, but you cannot definitely support yourself with that, I believe. Quick look at the comments. Emeka says, really good to see you, Alexi. Thank you. This is actually very encouraging because you don't really know, like you don't see it, but I'm facing like as a content creator and stuff, I face a lot of like self-doubt about this, like and especially imposter syndrome. So if you know, imposter syndrome is like if you plan to sell on something or teach something and you kind of doubt that if you're actually qualified enough to teach, basically. So it's really good to hear these comments. Hey, first time here in the live chat. Yeah, welcome. Okay, but I think we have got the ball rolling. Thomas also asked here, part-time jobs requires good level of Finnish, right, for foreigners? Well, it depends. Like I mentioned, the waiters and waitresses here, they don't have to speak Finnish because the employers and restaurants have to drop the language requirement because they need people to work as waiters and waitresses. So they just decide, okay, whatever, let's just bring someone who can actually work and they can learn Finnish and on the go, or they can just do like very simple Finnish. Self-doubt and imposter syndrome. Yeah, he's Finnish. Yeah, but yeah, it's that wasn't even a Finnish joke. It's a real thing, to be honest. Welcome back. Great to see you, dude. Awesome. Let's take the next question from Finley from Deutschland. Viele Grüße aus Finland nach Deutschland. I haven't decided whether I want to move to Finland or not. That's okay. Nature sounds great overall. How popular are canoeing and kayaking in Finland? Difficult to say. I think there are some definitely people who do that, and as a general tip, I would say that you can find almost any like a hobby circle in Finland, whether it's bowling or kayaking or hiking or board games or video games or whatever. So of course they are pretty niche communities, and depending on the city, but I would say that you can find your pretty much any community about in Finland, I'd say. Yeah, I don't know how popular they are, but there should be some like this non-profit organizations and stuff for that. Next question is from Poya from Iran. Chetori. I know some person moving to Finland within a year for working and freedom and good place to work and improvement programming. Okay, nice. The question is, what is Finnish perspective about Iranian? I don't know. I cannot speak for everyone, but I think it's okay. Where in Tampere, where I used to stay, there were a lot of Iranians, and I just have a good impression. I have actually Iranian guy as a good friend of mine, but yeah, I think it's fairly okay. I don't see any problem with Iranians, but of course I cannot speak from everyone. But I would say this is a question I get quite a few, like, Alex, what do Finnish think about insert nationality? So, like, I would just advise in general that if you are a generally nice person who wants to learn about Finland and Finnish culture and the language, then Finns will definitely be welcoming to you. That's just what I would say. Quick look at the comments. Daniel says, yay, welcome back. Nice, thank you. And Aaron says, I'm currently in UK, but I want to move to Finland, ready to Finnish language. Can you say me the scope of Finnish film industry? Unfortunately, as I wanted to become a Finnish actor, okay, really not like this ambitious goals, but unfortunately, I don't know anything about the Finnish film industry, so I cannot really, can't really help with that. Maybe just Google will be your best friend, or ChatGPT could also help. Yeah, the AI stuff is kind of going crazy. Next question is from Martin from Brazil. Nice. Planning to move to Finland within 5 years for studies, and the Kalevala, the national epic. First point of interest. How much Finnish do I need to know to study in a Finnish spoken college? Will the mestari be enough? Also, if I come to Finland for travel purposes, can I look for job while traveling? Okay, so the way I understand this question is that how much Finnish do you need to know in order to study in a Finnish school? And unfortunately, the answer is that you really have to be quite fluent. I don't know what's the official requirements, but the thing is that you have to go through like the Finnish the entrance exams, which are in Finnish language, and of course you need to understand the questions, you need to be able to answer them in Finnish. So yeah, so just going through the Suomen Mestari series, it's like the book series. Unfortunately, I don't think that will be enough. So you definitely need years of practice. Unfortunately, that's just how I see it. Also, if I come traveling to Finland for purposes, can I look for a job? I think so. Yeah, it doesn't really hurt that, because I mean, if you're abroad or if you're in Finland, you can apply it. There's no restrictions, at least in the way that I know of. Yeah, my English sucks ass. Sorry about that. Lashley, Austria. Welcome back again from Washington. Hope to visit again soon. I had a very short trip to Helsinki. Hope to continue YouTube no matter how slow at the pace you go. Thank you, Lashley. I'm studying in LUT. LUT is the Lappeenranta University of Technology, and I got a part-time university job. I would only work 15 hours, but I am uncertain whether I have to pay taxes. Okay, so you have you get the tax card. So in Finland, if you start to work, you need to get the tax card. You can get it from the tax office, from the online service if you have online banking credentials. And basically what you do is you can request a tax card there, and how to do it is you just estimate your annual income, and then there's some other stuff you have to fill in, and then based on the number, let's say if you estimate your annual income to 12,000 euros, it will generate you the tax card, and then you will just deliver the tax card to your employer, and they will withhold the correct amount of taxes. Let's see if I can actually show you something. Tax card, Finland. Yeah, so that's the basically what you have to do. So if you work in Finland, you need to get the tax card. If you don't get the tax card, your employer has to withhold 60% from your earnings, and that means that you will pay way too much, but you will actually get it refunded sooner or later, depending how early you will fix that. Actually, how can I do the sharing present mode? Let me try it. Let me just close Pornhub tab before. Just kidding. No Pornhub open. Share screen. Chrome tab. share it. And okay, perfect. So this is my tax or Vero. Vero is the tax administration. So you can request a tax card online. You just need the online banking credentials to kind of authenticate. And there's there is instructions. Let me see. Yeah, you can do it short form. Basically, like, okay, there's a lot of things, but basically what you just need to do on the service is that you will estimate how much you make and and how much you've already made that year. And usually the numbers will automatically be collected in that service because all the income will be delivered to this income register, and the income register is integrated to the tax service. So you can actually automatically get it there. So that's basically how it works. I'm not going to go too much in detail, but there are pretty good instructions in English for that. So hopefully that helps. Good question. Good question. Yeah. So let's see. Let me take a next question from the forums. We have Ole from Ukraine, moving to Finland within a year for work, culture, and history. First points of interest. Hi, from your experience, how hard is the situation with bullying in schools? Can you recall any stories from your school? Very sorry to shocking hearing about the recent shooting. I have a daughter and she'll go to school next year. The topic is very important. Love your channel, thanks. Okay, so yeah, I think I didn't mention, but the school shooting case, which I mentioned, the police informed that the main motive most likely was bullying or is bullying. And I unfortunately, I have to say that bullying is a problem. I have been bullying at school when I was younger. I think bullying still happens at school to some extent. And what can we do? To be honest, I don't know. But of course, if you see bullying or if you experience bullying, you should always go to the teachers and kind of report it, because that's the kind of the minimum effort you can do. I think the government is also planning on some things to kind of enforce and make it, kind of to control the bullying. But yeah, it depends. Like, I was mostly bullied like mentally, like just like calling names and that kind of stuff. Not like like, I don't think physical stuff is very much of a thing in Finland, like punching or stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, I would be lying if I said there's no bullying in Finland, and I always want to be upfront and honest about that. So but I mean, I wouldn't be too worried about it, because it can be that there's not bullying at all, but as well. So it really depends on the school and the people you just happen to be with. So yeah, hopefully that helps at least a bit. A quick question. So, do you need to be physically present at the bank to open a bank account in Finland? Yes, unfortunately, yes. You cannot open the bank account for the first time. You have to go to the bank physically. So that's the way it works at the moment. Next, we have questions from Arun Kumar, from currently studying from the UK but originally from India. Okay, moving to Finland within a year for working. Finland is the happiest country with decent population, quality of life, better than the UK. Okay, nice. Sir, can you please say me that does Finnish film industry allow me to act in the Finnish? Okay, I think we had this question in the comments already. Can you please say what are the steps I need to get? Yeah, unfortunately, I don't know. The Finnish film industry is outside of my scope. I wish I could help you more, but it's just, you just probably have to Google and find people who are more familiar with the thing. Quick question. Hi, I need to open a bank account from one of the Finnish banks, but I'm not an EU member. Can it be possible to do when I'm still in my country? No, you have to go to the bank. And also, if you're outside of the EU or non-EU citizens, I really recommend to do a few things before you go to the bank in order to get it open fast and quick. Because if you don't do these steps, it will take you weeks. So once you've entered Finland with the residence permit, you will then go to the DVV to register your address and to get the what's called kotikunta. It's like a home municipality. Then you have to go to the police to apply for the Finnish ID card. And once you've got the Finnish ID card, then you go to the bank, and the banks will open everything for you quick, fast, and in a hurry. But if you don't do that, if you don't have the Finnish ID card, they will have to do much more like admin work, because the way I understand it is the banks really have to know their customers. And if you don't have the ID card, they will have to do like much more background stuff and something like that. But if you have the ID card, you have a Finnish ID card, it's an ID card, official ID issued by an EU member state, then you will get quick service. So kind of like a long story short and stuff like that. Okay, I think I need to kind of slow down because talking fast in a language that is not my first language and with an accent. Yeah. Quick question from the hi, is still buying a flat in Finland increasing one's wealth? Yeah, the apartment market in Finland, housing market, the prices have gone down because the interests went up because when the war started. But I think, like, of course, this is like very general idea. Like, I think in the long term, if you buy an apartment or a home in Finland, it's usually a good investment. Depends, of course, where and what kind of place it is, but that's what I would say. And also one thing what I would like to call is like a sponsored, my own sponsored installment. So not sure if you saw in one of my videos, but I'm planning on starting like a relocation business or like a relocation service around this channel. So basically, if you're moving to Finland and you want to get the best possible start for your life in Finland, so basically the idea is that I will do all the annoying paperwork stuff and you can focus on your new life in Finland. So basically, I will help you guide you through the necessary registrations, getting the tax card, getting the opening bank accounts. I will even come in the airport to pick you up if you want. I will be holding a WTF, welcome to Finland, with your name on the airport if you want. So I can book a temporary accommodation for you. I will escort you there. I will give you a prepaid SIM card so you can get mobile data access when you're getting around here. I will help you with the public transport. I will even prepare kitchen utensils package for you if you want. So if this sounds interesting, there's a second link in the description. It's like a waiting list. So if you're planning to move to Finland soon and you have, for example, a job contract already secured or study place secured, and you want me to be here for you when you move, then this could be for you. Joining the waiting list is for free. It doesn't commit to you anything. I'm just kind of gauging if there is an interest for this, because to be honest, I'm doing this YouTube stuff because I want to make a living out of it. And I want to make money. I just want to be upfront and honest. And if I could get like a couple of customers each month paying me, I don't know the price for the service yet, but then I could, first of all, keep doing these free videos for you, invest the money back into free videos, and also to help you start your life in Finland in a confident and hassle-free way. So if this sounds interesting to you, or you know someone who is moving to Finland and they want to get kind of all-inclusive service from me, there's a link, the second link in the description. So you can join it for free. There's a couple of questions also there because I want to kind of understand what the needs and wants are and stuff like that. So please consider, because I've been struggling with the business model of this channel and But that could be the way, if I could offer like a premium VIP or VIF, very important Finn style service, where I will provide a service where I will do all the annoying stuff so you can focus on the cool stuff. Let me know if that sounds cool, and there's a link in the description if you want to join. Concierge, Finland, how do you pronounce this? Concierge. I know it's like a French word or something. Yeah, basically that's the idea. Alex, you want to get in touch with some of companies that get a lot of foreign workers? Yeah, so that's probably one way to do it. I think I would probably try with my audience first, because I have the access there. There are some competitors, but they have only B2B or mostly B2B customers. So their customers are companies who are bringing or relocating their new hire into their company, and then basically the company will do all the stuff. I guess that could be also one way, but I guess I would probably try first with kind of B2C customers. I don't know if it doesn't make sense, but yeah, that's just what I'm kind of figuring out now, because yeah, on 100% honesty, money. I'm trying to monetize this channel somehow. Access, actually, that's a good idea. Okay, yeah, but yeah, there's a wait list in the comments, so you can join there for free if you want. Let's go to the next question. We have, let's see, Dimitra from Greece. Kalimera, Kalispera. Nice. Planning to move to Finland within 5 years for a job. The quality of life sounds good in Finland. The question is, hi, I would like to ask you how easy it is for someone with a master's degree in psychology to find a job in Finland if they speak English and have studied at the university outside of Finland. Love from Greece. So unfortunately, I think psychology, let me just Google something, Psychologia Valvira. Let me just see. Yeah, okay. Just trying to Google something real quick. Okay, I actually found something. Maybe I can just quickly show it. Share this step instead. So there's what's the Finnish Psychological Association, how to become a licensed psychologist in Finland. So I think this will probably fit the best, but it seems they are okay. Okay, it's quite brief. So unfortunately, I think psychologist is one of the professions where you need to be kind of legalized, or is it licensed? I'm not actually quite sure what's the real term. So there are certain professions where you need to be kind of like recognized. Your degree and background have to be recognized. Luckily, you're from Greece, so that means that from the EU, so that could help you. But maybe I would reach out to this Psykologiliitto. They probably have some contact info maybe somewhere. Let's see. Contact info. Okay. Yeah, I would maybe email these guys. Let's see if there's like a general inquiries. First name, last name. Or contacts in Finnish. Okay. I'm not sure. Yeah. Let me just quickly put myself on the stream. Okay, there we go. Let's see. I need to go back a few things. Yeah. So unfortunately, I don't know. The thing is that I'm just a regular Finnish guy in that sense. So like, I don't know much about psychology, but maybe that just kind of helps you in the right direction at least. Yeah. Hopefully that gives at least a little bit of help. Next question is from Kemal from Turkey. Haven't decided yet whether he wants to move to Finland or not. That's fine, but working here sounds cool. And he was here for 5 months for Erasmus. That's nice. questions. Hey, Alexi, what are your opinion on Finnish? What are the opinion of Finnish people on immigrants? Do they get accepted? Okay, so this is the second, kind of the same thing what I told that if you no, okay, I'm gonna be honest. There are some people who don't like foreigners. So, and I think in any country there are people who don't like foreigners. I'm not saying that again to justify this, but that's just the way it is. So, but if you are generally nice person, you respect the Finnish culture, you want to learn about their culture, the language, or about our people and stuff, then you'll be fine. You'll be fine. If like I have seen many comments like this, like there are some foreigners who speak Finnish really well, and I've seen in the comments like, wow, this is the people who we really want in Finland. So yeah, if you're a genuinely good person, you respect the Finnish culture, the language, then you'll be fine. Let's see. Let me look at the comment. Lord Marino, hey, come to Helsinki 2 days ago. Okay, I'll be there 2 days ago. Have PhDs always been fully funded? To be honest, I don't know much about PhD. If Stefan is hanging out here in the chat still, maybe you can give a comment. He's a PhD guru, or he knows at least much better than I do. Alexi, does tailor-made degree count as a fair degree? Unfortunately, I don't know about that. That's a little bit like a specific question. Not just fully funded, you get paid for the duration. Okay, someone actually knew about that. Vicky also said this happens in every country. There are always people who don't like foreigners. Yes, exactly. Unfortunately, in Finland, it's also like that. So don't get discouraged if you run into those. Remember, otherwise ignore the idiots. Focus on the cool ones. So that's what I would say. Then we have a question from Ani from Deutschland. Haven't decided yet whether I want to move to Finland or not. Love the Finnish culture and way of life. Discovered it through music in my teens and fell in love with it. Fell in love with it. Nice. I work as a psycho-oncologist and would love to continue this line of work in Finland as well. Is there need for additional qualifications? Yeah, so I think this is the same thing with the psychology thing. Actually, let me just try to find a recognition. I recognize psychology. Fuckers. Let me just Vira. Okay, actually, but that's psychotherapists. Okay, so let me just share this tab instead. So the website you want to look at is Valvira, National Supervisory Authority for Welfare and Health. So this is the organization that kind of you have to get the license in order to do some certain professions, and usually they are related to health. And there was actually an article or website like psychotherapists. But I would probably explore this Valvira page and see applying for the right to practice. Yes, so that's the thing. Yeah, so there's a lot of info here, but I would check this website. And of course, this is EU, outside of the EU, but if you're from the EU, probably you're in a better position. But I would check this Valvira website. Hopefully that will give you more info about that. Yes, good stuff. Next question we have is from Batsain Sisukas. Okay, I like this name. From Mongolia, moving to Finland within a year. Finnish family, a member and partner already in Finland, so moving because of that. Winter war and sauna, number one interests. Do you know any jokes about Fingolia on Western Mongolia? Unfortunately, I don't. But I'm open to hear more about stuff. Next question is from Timo from Russia, but moving to America right now. Planning to move to Finland within 5 years for studies, climate and language. Oh, interesting. How long does it take to move between cities in Finland? Well, not much, because the distances are not that big. Of course, depends where. But like from Helsinki, the capital area, to Tampere, which is kind of another big city, it's like 1.5 hours by train, but not much. But if you're moving, like moving your apartment and having like a moving company, well, yeah, but it's not long, hours rather than days. What is the best way to learn Finnish without present in Finland? Well, like I always say that you learn to speak Finnish by practicing speaking Finnish. So, and in order to get that, you should find someone to practice speaking Finnish with, and you can do it in a few ways. You could find Finnish people within your country, in your area, and you could reach them. And usually Facebook groups, there could be one people like you by using Facebook groups, and usually you could offer something for them in return, because if you're just asking them to teach you for free, then kind of it's like one way street. Or there's also a website, if you have some extra money, extra cash, there's a website called italki, like I and talk I. That's the way. I think there could be a link in the description, and you can actually get some pretty inexpensive one-on-one lessons from native Finns, and you can schedule them to a time that suits you the best. And you can do them like via Google Meet or Zoom or Teams. That's also one way. But yeah, I think you learn the fastest by speaking Finnish and with the native Finn. Of course, you can use apps and stuff, but like I think the real progress happens by speaking. Dimitri says, have you seen go-karts on the roads? Have I heard and seen that's kind of possible and even legal? Go-karts? No, I think I haven't seen that. We only have those scoots, like e-scoots and e-bikes, but not go-karts on the roads. Sounds very interesting. Next question from the form is from Irfan from Indonesia. Has not decided yet whether to move to Finland or not, but working here sounds great. Finland's dream place. And the question is, I hope you're doing well. I have a question. What is the most needed job currently in Finland right now? Good question. I don't know for sure, but let's see. There is a website where you can kind of measure what jobs are in demand in Finland. Let me just see if it works. I'm just kind of opening it here. Just a second. Missä se nyt on? Let me see. Työvoimabarometri. Okay. I think I found it. Let me just switch to English. Yes, okay, let me put it on screen. So this is ammattibarometri. Työvoimabarometri.fi, occupational barometer. So I don't know, this is actually has been updated quite a bit since last time I used it, but here you can actually get an overall idea where is the greatest shortage, and also by area. So let's say here in Uusimaa, which is kind of the capital area. Let me see. How does it work? Okay, yeah. So oversupply in the capital area, and the gray means labor mismatch problems. Okay, there's quite a bit of mismatch, but we can see greatest shortage: nurse, healthcare assistants, early childhood educators, software developers, generalists, waiters, special needs teachers, welders, flame cutters. Okay, that's actually interesting. And these are for some reason in Finnish only. I think that's oversight from the translation. You can actually write region, central Finland. You can also put like sector. Let's see, technology and industry. How does it work? Okay, so this is tech, industry and services. A lot of mismatch problems and oversupply. No equilibrium anywhere except here in the Southwest. Okay, so maybe this will help. Yeah, like I said, I haven't actually used this after a while. It has actually updated, but yeah, työvoimabarometer. Actually, let me just put it in the chat. I don't know how useful this will be actually, but maybe it will give you some ideas. There's also forecast. Whole country situation. Okay, so this is like a table. Yeah. So maybe that will help a little bit. How are the living costs at the moment? Well, they have definitely gone up thanks to the inflation. A little bit like, yeah, it has been definitely more expensive. But I think it's still doable if you just make like good decisions and kind of optimize. I should think it should be doable. Hello, I'm a content creator in Helsinki. If you would like to collaborate on a video, I will provide content to those coming to study in Finland. Okay, maybe if you're on Instagram, you can send me a message. Let's talk more. Thomas Crown, thank you so much. It will be helpful. Okay, nice. Hei, katson Lontoosta ensimmäinen kerta täällä, on erittäin mielenkiintoinen. Hyvä homma, loistavaa. Hey Alex, did you know that language Finnish and Turkish both have the same words like kalabalik? Okay, it's Turkish word. Yeah, kalabalik we can say in Finnish. I didn't know that it's from Turkish. Mükemmel we can say. Okay, let me just look at the form once more, and then I think we can focus on the chat. Then we can probably start wrapping up this. Brody again from Scotland, a new question. One more question before I go to movie screening. How impossible is it to get to Aalto? I want to study as masters. Not sure which BA if I need first. Just a second. They're all in Finnish or Swedish. I have heard few people like there's 3% chance. It's about absolute best. Again, unfortunately, I don't know about that program. That's just outside of my scope, and especially if it's in Finnish or Swedish. But if you go to the master program, they usually have requirements. What requirement do you have, or their program has? So let me just start first search this. Aalto University film directing masters. Let me see if there's there's a website. Share this tab instead. Let's see if we can find it. Decline all cookies as always. Curriculum, is there like a, because usually they have requirements, but where is how to apply? Is it this one? I think it's this one, or no, is it that one? I don't know. This is a little bit different. Application period: Finnish, slang, English, and Swedish. Relevant. Okay, so it's relevant bachelor's degree, right? But it seems this is for foreigners because they have the tuition fee mentioning here. But yeah, this seems it's doable. But upcoming is currently closed. To the how to apply, description, structure of studies, specializations, research focus, evaluation criteria. Okay, well, there should be some stuff here. But again, I just found this with a quick Googling. Not sure this is any helpful, but at least there is something. So maybe that helps. Which browser are you? This is just Google Chrome. There's a question about that. Nice. Let's see if there's any more questions. Okay, no questions in the form, so let me just put this here. Oops, just messing up here. What about students from outside of the EU having degree in business but had experience in software field and want to get a job in the same field? Just Finnish matter. Okay, well, the way I see it in IT, like for example, software developer, I think the Finnish employers mostly look at your skills. So I don't think your degree is like as valuable. But if you have like a portfolio and you can show the stuff you've done, I think that's more important. And Finnish language, usually in software jobs, the software companies operate in English, so I think you have an upper hand there. I'm French and moving to Turku soon. My wife is Serbian and we'd like her mom to join us in Finland. Is it allowed? I don't think it's allowed because you can only join a family member and parents are not included. So I think it's only like your wife or husband or your children, I think, are kind of considered as a family members. So the answer is unfortunately no. So they cannot move to Finland properly. Of course, she can visit you there, but not move there. The way I understand it. Is Finnish a better place to live or Norway? I don't know. I think they're both good places, but there's of course some differences. Artsum says, "Hello, Lexi. Nice to see you. Nice to see you too." Yes. Just gonna kind of shoulders a little bit, you know, what do you call it, like not aching but stiff. Okay, maybe we take a few more questions. And then we can start wrapping up today's show in a little bit. Questions from Robert from Romania. Moving to Finland within a year for working. A low corruption, #1 reason to move to Finland. Are Finnish classes cheap in Helsinki? Also, is it looked down upon? No, definitely not looked down upon. Like I'd say, like Finnish people respect you if you even put effort, even try learning Finnish, because Finnish people don't. We understand that Finnish is a difficult language, and we don't expect foreigners to speak Finnish because you can get by with English. So definitely not looked down upon. And with the cheapness, I don't know. It depends. There are some free integration classes offered by the government. Of course, there can be some courses that cost you money. So it depends. I think both options are available. Pamela is also here. Terveisiä Oleksi. Anteeksi ole myös. Ei haittaa. Kiitos, että olet mukana. My friend got a mission in Vaasa, but his father died a few years ago. Does his mother could come to Finland? No. Unfortunately, the case is the same. Okay, let's just Google again this. Migri family member. Can I bring my parents to Finland? Someone has actually asked this. Let me see. But I think I have read this a few times, that parents do not count as a family member. Let's see where permit for child. Oh shit. Oh, did I just close the? Okay. No, I just messing up as always. Let me see if I can quickly find it. But yeah, actually, this is okay, there's a question. May my parents be granted a Finnish residence permit? Actually, yeah. Let me just show you this. Why I'm just reading. share this tab instead. Okay, so this is from Migri website, the Finnish immigration service. Relatives other than members of the nuclear family may in some cases. Okay, may some cases. Permit may be granted only to other relatives. Okay, so actually I think I was wrong, but let me just see. Nuclear family. So this is the term, but where we can actually find it. Only to other relatives of a Finnish citizen or a person who has received international protection. Okay. So I think these two cases are the things, but where we can actually find the nuclear family. Nuclear. Okay. Yeah. Typical Finnish government website, difficult to find info, but I think the answer is no. But yeah, please check yourself, but that's the way I see it. Kim Lance, I'm planning to move to Finland within my Finnish boyfriend. My Finnish skills are limited, very basic. How hard would it be to find a job? Well, it depends what your skills are. If you're a software developer, you may have a chance, but if you're, if you are a waiter, well, okay, I think waiters could actually, because I think there's a shorter, shortage, but it really depends. It's difficult, but not impossible, I would say. It really depends what kind of work you're looking for. So Pamela says, only if they're completely dependent on you and you have to prove it. Do you know anything about cryptocurrency taxations? Yeah, so basically profits are taxed at 30%. Losses can be deducted from the profits. Yeah, there's a lot of things, but basically there's a good the Finnish tax administration, Vero, has a pretty good web page. Again, Finland crypto tax, and I think if I put Vero, can we see virtual currencies? Okay, let's go back here again, share this tab, and we have some pretty good info here. How to calculate? Okay. Well, there's a lot of things, but again, this is the official website. Please refer to this if you want to check it. But yeah, that's where I would go first. Hopefully that helps. Bad habits to avoid: don't leave sound or open, keep your distance, be quiet. Okay, I have a video about this, so you can learn from there. Yeah, the website is more boring than yeah. Because usually the government websites they kind of provide the info, but it's kind of difficult to understand. And I met this Finnish girl on Hinge at our first date. She was late. Is it a red flag? Well, I mean, things can happen. If it's just a one-time thing, probably not. But if she constantly kind of shows up late, then it could kind of get on my nerves. Oh, I forgot to bring my water bottle here. Kind of drying up. But yeah, let's do a few more questions then. Speaking positively about Sweden is 1,000 times more accepted than about Russia. Yeah, I think so, especially with the current life situation. Is Lappeenranta good for students? I don't know. I can't speak from experience, but there are a lot of international students there. So maybe I would reach out to people who are studying there and asking their opinion. Maybe that helps. Let's take a few. Migri sends you around in circles. Yeah, I mean, I wish they could just do a little bit better job, but I mean, it is what it is. Factocopter. Hi, I'm following you because I have applied for studies in University of Jyväskylä. Can anyone tell me about the city? Well, I have actually lived in Jyväskylä. I think it's a decent city. Offers like a good Finland experience. I think the university is nice. Job opportunities can be a little bit challenging, but I would say it's decent. Mood AF asks bad habits. I have a few videos on this topic. You can find them on my channel. You can get some pretty good info there. Lappeenranta is beautiful. Yeah, I have only been to one student party once in Lappeenranta. That's all I can say. What about studying bachelor in hospital management in Finland for future job? Unfortunately, I don't know. I don't know about that field myself or the job prospects. Okay, let's take a few more questions, then we can probably wrap up this stream. I just kind of did this to kind of get going back in the content creation stuff and everything. Let me just close a few things here. Boom, 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 boom. I'm gonna subscribe you now, and I'll do comment all your amazing videos. Please do, but only if they're worth commenting. Is it true that Finnish girls are the best in the world? 100% yes. Yeah, of course a little bit biased, but that's what I've seen. How is the weather? Now it's actually pretty sunny. We're going towards the summer. That's probably the best time of the year. Snow is, well, there's a little bit snow left, but not much. Yeah, and also if you missed it, like I mentioned earlier, I'm planning on creating this like WTF Welcome to Finland service. So basically it's kind of like this like a premium service where I help you to get your new life started in Finland. So if you're moving to Finland and you're worried about the paperwork and finding an apartments, getting electricity contracts, home insurances, the kitchen appliances, household items, getting from airport to your accommodation, I can do that for you. So it's basically when you come to Finland, I'll be at the airport with the WTF Welcome to Finland sign, and I will help you with the process. And of course it's a paid service, but so I'm kind of like measuring if there's an interest for this service, because that would be a great way to monetize this. And I would actually love it to pick you up from the airport myself and take you to the accommodation and personally attend the registration meetings that you have to do here. And basically I would take care of all the boring stuff, make sure that everything goes smoothly, nicely, hassle-free. And yeah, basically that's it. So there's a link in the description, the second link. If you find this like an opportunity interesting, you can join it for free. There's also a few questions you can ask, but it doesn't commit to you anything. It's also free of charge. And yeah, so if I get signups, then it just means that there could be an interest for this. And of course, if there are people who are moving, let's say within 3 months, and they would be interested, then I may follow up on that and to see if we are a good fit. So that's in the description, second link. Please join and let's see if we can and get it going. I would love to help people find furniture and help with learning how to shop and cook for newcomers. That's actually a great idea, because the shopping thing is also probably new. I'll definitely keep that in mind. Yeah, and if you have any ideas how to improve and what to include and kind of shape things, please help, or please let me know. We can always, because you, as foreigners or non-Finns moving here, have kind of have better idea of what you would like to have and whatnot. Excellent branding. Yeah, WTF service. I would love to actually use that, because that would be kind of like a memorable and funny and personal. Okay, but I think that's it. Let's take one more question and then we can wrap it up, and I have to kind of go spend time with my family next. The Finnish government should pay you. Yeah, I wish they would. I wish they did. Yes, WTF is amazing. Yeah, I'd love to use this. There are not much information about anything in Google for Finland. Okay. Well, hopefully my videos will help answer these questions. Okay, last question from Juan. What do you think about Aalto University waiting for acceptance? So the thing is that, like, I think Aalto is one of the most prestigious universities, but in the end, it doesn't really matter from which university you get the degree, because in Finland, the employers don't really care where you got your degree from or which Finnish university, as long as you just have a degree. So that's the way it works. So the universities are not really better than the other when it comes to employment chances, in my opinion. But I think it's a good university. Okay, excellent. So thank you for joining the stream. I hope you got some value out of this. Make sure to subscribe and make sure to join the WTF service waiting list if you're interested. Please share it to someone who might be interested as well. Everything's fine, and if you have any ideas to shape it, improvement ideas and stuff, that's also fine. And hopefully we can get some new content for you as well soon. So take care. Nähdään pian. Moi moi.